and welcome to Central Campus Camera. I'm Joella.
And I'm Soren.
And today we're here with second year student Cabe Warwick. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
So for our first question, just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so like you said, I'm a second year student here at the Central Campus Broadcasting and Film program. I've done quite a few projects in the last few years, and this year I'm taking tech writing as well, which is, a great way to advance our skills and advance our writing technique.
Yeah, cool.
It's very interesting. So what work have you done with this class and with festivals?
Yeah, so last year I did a PSA for anti-smoking PSA. This year I've done more projects definitely than last year, or more projects that I'm proud of at least. I did a music video with a car, a C5 Corvette. I had a lot of fun with that.
Yeah, nice.
I did the project I'm by far most proud of, I would say, is probably my Real Talk movie review. I did a movie review where it was myself and two other versions of myself with mustaches reviewing a movie. I did The Incredibles, and I had a lot of fun with that, and that ended up actually winning awards, so I was pretty proud.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty interesting. I love that movie.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
So what project are you most proud of this year? Like, you'd say the Incredibles one?
Yes, I would definitely say that's probably the one I'm most proud of this year.
Yeah. What inspired that project?
So my first year here, actually, I did a project where it was me and one other version of myself with a mustache. It was very, very flat. It was very, very flat.
Got a theme.
Yeah, you had a sequel.
Yeah, both of them were mostly, both of them were pretty much just me. They didn't really have any character. It was just kind of like it was sheerly the gag of having another version of myself. And I thought, what if I actually developed these characters and I created dynamics between them and I, enhanced the quality of the interview and the actual depth that I'm going into the movies. And I had a lot of fun doing that. So, yeah.
Were there any difficulties with having multiple versions of yourself in one video?
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely learned the most I've ever learned from this project. There was a lot that went into the editing, and the editing.
Yeah, I can imagine.
That's kind of my forte. So a lot of the difficulties came around hands, when you're moving your hands around and it goes outside the box of your body, into the other character's boxes. It got really complex, and I'd have to put in just a video of just the hand moving, and there was a lot of difficulties with that, but I think I turned out pretty well.
Yeah. Your projects are less narratively focused, and they've been incredibly successful, with you winning a Crystal Pillar for Interview. What is the production process like for these less narrative projects?
Yeah, so I think that one of the things that really draws me to film is that it's very, very multifaceted. You've got directing, writing, editing, acting, music. You've got all sorts of stuff, and there's more than one way to tell a story. So because there's not necessarily a plot, or because it's a promotional video or commercial of some kind, that doesn't mean you can't have a narrative. And like I said, the editing was one thing that I was really, really proud of, and I feel that I kind of told a story through that. I had the coloring and the effects that I put on screen very much tells its own narrative. So just kind of figuring out other ways to incorporate that, I would say, into your projects.
Yeah.
So what challenges have you experienced throughout your student filmmaking career?
Yeah, I would say something that's really difficult for me is probably working with other creative people. It's very difficult when you have a vision and they have a vision and they're very different.
Yeah.
But this year I've had the pleasure of working with a lot of my other senior fellow classmen, and it's been a great experience just learning how to compromise and learning how to feed off each other's energy and create cool projects that are kind of a hybrid of both of your skills. And so that's something that I feel like I've really grown in this year as well.
Right.
Yeah. What's next for you after this class?
Yeah, I'll be going to Central College in Pella, and I'll be majoring in communications and either minoring in art or double majoring in art. So might go into something film related. Mostly, there's a lot of other things I like to do too. So a lot of projects I got in the works right now that are not film related. So I guess we'll kind of see where it goes. But yeah, I'm really excited for the future.
Awesome.
Yeah. Final question. What's your opinion on Skittles?
Oh, red Skittles. So that comes from an inside joke we had. I asked, it was a joke question. I asked, what is your opinion on red Skittles to everybody that came in? And my opinion personally has got to be I think they're good. I think they're good. I
Yeah.
would say red Skittles specifically are kind of right in the middle. I feel like purple's my favorite. So
Yeah, I would have to agree with that.
I appreciate you asking.
Yeah,
Thank
of course.
You. Yeah. All
All
right.
right. Thanks for being on the show.
Yeah.